Welcome to Alexandria Technical and Community College Registration and Advising Day opening session. We're going to go through a number of different things today to help prepare you for fall semester. If at any point during this presentation you have any questions, feel free to pause the presentation and go out to www.alectech.edu/rad. There's a number of different items on this site that can help you, especially contacts. If you have questions about individual offices or how to get a hold of someone, you'll find contact information out at alectech.edu/rad, R-A-D. Couple fun things about Alexandria Technical and Community College that you may not know is that you are part of the 60th incoming class of students, of fall start students. We've been around for a long time, and we've spent a lot of time getting really good at what we do. We touch approximately 4,000 students. Many people don't realize how big Alexandria Technical and Community College's footprint is. We have students from all over the country. We have the highest graduation rate of any two-year public school in the state of Minnesota. And that speaks to the quality of our instruction and our faculty and the amount of care that they put into each individual student. Our success is your success and vice versa. So we're in this together. We have a 98% placement rate, which means that those students that graduate that want to get a job will get a job. Students place in national competitions. We have students that compete in things like BPA, DECA, Skills USA. We have students that place nationally against larger colleges and universities. Our students do very well. Again, that speaks to the quality of instruction that we have. So we're going to go through this PowerPoint today. We'll maybe generate some questions. If you have questions, talk to your faculty advisors or contact the specific office that you want to get a hold of. And again, alectech.edu/rad will have all your contacts on there. So the burning question to many people is, what can I expect for fall semester? Right now, as of today, our plan is to have students on campus come August of 2020. We may see that there are some enhancements to our classes, especially to the delivery modes, meaning that some of our on-campus courses may have a brief online component. So we're working on enhancements to address things like social distancing and preventing the spread of the COVID-19 virus. So we are planning on being on campus come fall semester. Of course, we're subject to Minnesota Department of Health, the CDC, and Minnesota State. But again, as of today, the plan is to be back on campus for fall semester. Communication plays a big part in all this. We use email as our main form of communication at Alexandria Technical and Community College. Every student has an ATCC email, and that's accessible through your MyATCC account. Check your email. Don't go between now and the beginning of class without checking your email. Going back to the previous slide when we talk about our delivery modes and our on-campus projections, if anything changes, we're going to email you to your ATCC account. So get used to going out and checking your email. Communication by courses is up to the discretion of our faculty. Some faculty choose to communicate in different modes. Some will send text messages, some will send emails, but always check your email, and your instructors for individual courses will create a course syllabus that will identify their methods of communication. Student services. We have a number of different student services offices on campus that are here to assist you, such as financial aid. So if you have questions about veteran benefits or work study or completing your FAFSA, contact our financial aid office. We have a counseling and testing center for students that may have gotten proxy registration links that have preparatory courses in there. You may need to take an AccuPlacer exam, and this will allow you to test in the courses that have college level prerequisites. We have counseling services on campus. Student activities. We realize that going to college means that you should get to go to college and experience college. And so our student activities are here to help make this transition smoother for you and help you get to meet people. We have an intercultural center in our South 700 building. It's a place for students to go and have a safe space to study, to meet people, just to spend time between classes. And of course, foundation. The foundation office handles our on-campus housing, and they handle our scholarships. So if you have scholarship money through a third party, be it an American Legion or National Honor Society or something like that, you'll contact our foundation and they'll help you figure out how to handle your scholarships as you make the transition to college here. So financial aid. Financial aid is located in the main building. Their phone number is 762-4417. That's for Kathy Clone. The financial aid office is 762-465-4540. If you have any questions about financial aid, whether it's filling out a FAFSA or work study questions or veteran benefits, contact our financial aid office. They're here every day. They're staffed. They can take your phone calls. They can set up appointments to have you come on campus and meet. If you want to sit down on a computer and get assistance with your FAFSA or whatever the case might be. But know that our financial aid office is open and they're here to help you with your questions. Support services. Some people would refer to support services as our academic assistance, tutoring. If you have a 504 or an IEP in high school, you can share that with our support services staff and they'll work with you, students, to help set up a plan that's comparable to what you had in high school, whether it's test taking assistance, you need to set up a study group or something like that, you can come to our support services office and they'll help you with that. Any type of services that you need for your academic needs, support services is a place to go. Counseling services. They're located in the main building here. We have a mental health counselor. We have telepsychiatry that we work with another college or university. We know that for many students, going away to college is your first time away from home. And we want to make this as smooth of a transition as possible. If you get into an academic program and you realize that this isn't the academic program for you, but you just don't know what you want to study, the Counseling Services Center is a place to go to take some type of an interest inventory that can help you maybe find an academic program that you didn't even know existed, but it interests you. So if you have questions like that, stop in our Counseling Services Center and they can help you navigate your next steps. Student activities. I mentioned student activities, going away to college, experiencing college, things like that. Our student activities office is here to help keep you busy. There's a number of different activities that you can get involved with, such as Phi Theta Kappa, which is our honor society, 3.5 GPA or higher. For those students that are coming to school to Alexandria that are looking to transfer to a college or to a university when you finished, being in Phi Theta Kappa in most cases will guarantee that you're scholarship eligible. We have student ambassadors, which are students that are here to help put a face to the college to prospective students. Student Senate, the decision makers for the student representatives. These are all things that look great on resumes. So I encourage you to get involved with things like ambassador and student senate. A lot of our academic programs have their own specific clubs that you'll want to get involved with. Again, things that look great on resumes. Intramural athletics, anything from pond hockey to basketball, volleyball, you name it, softball. Getting involved and getting out and especially meeting people from other academic programs. We have a number of different college athletics. It's fairly new to Alexandria Technical and Community College. Clay Target had a great successful season last year. We're implementing esports this fall, as well as varsity golf, which will compete on an intercollegiate competitive level. So if you're interested in those, I encourage you to make a phone call to student activities and we can give you more information on it. Transfer and advising. We have our own transfer and advising center here on campus, and they assist with both transferring in and transferring out credits. Speaking of transferring in, many students may have had credits coming into Alexandria. You have access to your degree audit report. If you look at your degree audit report, which is out in your e-services account, and you find that you still have courses that are listed as in progress, let us know and we can help get those updated. Our transfer and advising center is located in room 113 of the main building. So if you think that you may want to transfer to a university when you finish Alexandria, stop in there as soon as you can, and they can help map out your next upcoming semesters to maximize your transfer into a college or university. And then if you are outside, if you've taken credits from outside of the Minnesota state system and you need to send updated transcripts, this is a reminder to do so. Excuse me. Academic dates and timelines. Every semester we have something called a drop add period. And a drop add period is always the first 5 days of the semester. And those first 5 days means that you can drop classes or you can add different classes. If you take an AccuPlacer test and you don't need the preparatory courses that you're registered for, you have through in fall semester, August 28th, midnight of August 28th, in order to change your schedule. For those of you in technical programs, if you do decide that you want to change your schedule, I urge you to contact an advisor ahead of time, because all of our courses in our technical programs are sequential, which means that your first semester is the foundation. Your second semester builds off your first semester. Your third semester builds off your second semester, and so on and so forth. So if you miss even one course in that sequence, you could throw everything off moving forward. So you can change your schedule, but we urge you to contact an advisor before you do so. We also realize that life happens. So if you register for classes now and for some reason you can't attend and it's not in your mind to go ahead and drop your classes, we're going to issue you an FN. An FN does not count against your GPA, doesn't count against your credits that you attempt, and you don't get charged for those. However, they're still part of your permanent academic record. It goes back to communication. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you're unsure of what's going to happen, communicate with us. And withdrawals, again, life happens. If you get into the semester past the 5th day of the semester and you just can't continue a course, a withdrawal is an option that goes on your permanent academic record. It's much better than just stopping attending, but it is part of your permanent academic record. You have access to your MyATCC account, and most of you have received a link for what we call proxy registration. What proxy registration is a method that allows you to identify the courses that we've suggested to you and that you would like us to register you for those courses. You're logging into MyATCC authenticates that you are who you say you are. And by clicking submit at the bottom of this proxy registration form, you're authorizing us at Alexandria to register you for these courses. I encourage you to use this proxy registration method if a link has been sent to you. The link would have been in the same email that you either received initially for the Zoom link or one that we've sent to you if you've been accepted after the initial Zoom sessions. You have access to Brightspace in your MyATCC account. And Brightspace is our online learning platform. So even if you're in an on-campus class, you're still going to have online accessibility. And this is where you'll get instructor assignments and you'll upload your work. So know that Brightspace exists. You have access to enrollment verification, which is a form that comes from the Department of Education, more specifically the National Student Clearinghouse, that is an official document that shows that you are half-time, three-quarter time, full-time student. And this is something that students submit to insurance companies. You'll also have access to a good student discount if you're eligible for that at the end of your first semester. There's access in MyATCC for Star ID self-service. You're required to reset your Star ID password every 180 days. MyATCC is where you'll go to access the ability to reset your Star ID. There's an authorization to release information out there as well. Many times parents contact us and say, how's my student doing in class? And it's not that we don't want to tell you how your student is doing. It's that we're legally prohibited from sharing personal information regarding your student. So students, if you want someone in your family or someone, could be anyone, to have access to your student file, you need to go out to your MyATCC account and authorize a recipient through this authorization to release information. You have access out in MyATCC to the campus bookstore. You also have access to your student email, and your email address is your starid@go.minstate.edu. Textbooks, eCampus. So books are available to order online once you're registered for classes anytime after July 1st. That doesn't mean you have to wait till July 1st to get registered. That means that's when you're available, when book ordering is available online. When you go out to this site, you're going to be able to view the books that are required for your individual classes. So you'll take your class list, go out to this bookstore, and you can identify the books that you're going to need. You can search by ISBN numbers. You can get ISBN numbers if you choose to buy your textbooks through a third party, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, I don't care. You have access to your ISBN numbers if that's how you want to purchase books. Again, those links are located out in your MyATCC account. You can have your books delivered to your home, which is what I would recommend. If we get closer to the beginning of the semester, around the middle of August, you can have your books delivered here to campus and you can pick them up when you get here on day one. Some important dates. August 1st, book charging is available. On August 24th is day one. That's when we have our first day of school. On day one, we don't actually go to class. We have an orientation day. Unless your classes start after 5 p.m., you'll get a booklet in August that lets you know what time you need to be here, where you need to be, and it'll let you know what your program is going to be doing for your orientation day. August 28th is day 5. Remember, this is where you have the ability to drop and add classes. Anything that you're registered for at 12:01 on August 29th is part of your permanent academic record. On September 3rd, financial aid overages are dispersed. And then on September 7th is Labor Day. So that second Monday of the semester is a holiday. When you get here for orientation, you're going to get a student planner. Your student planner will have all the important dates throughout the semester. So you know when MEA is, you know when your holiday breaks are. These are all also available on the Registration Advising Day Guide, which is located out at the alectech.edu/rad site. Some things to consider before you get here in August: get your books squared away. Get those done as soon as you can, and that way if there's any delay in delivery of books, you have plenty of time to get those in hand. Go out to your e-services account, view your bills and payments so you know how much you owe. We have registration cancellation for non-payment. That means you have to have a down payment in place by August 1st, or you need to have a FAFSA on file. If you start getting text messages and robocalls leading up to August 1st, don't ignore them. If you have questions, call us. We have a campus cafe on campus. That's our dining services. They have a cafe rewards card. You can stop in our campus store, which is located in the main building, and get ATCC clothing or some supplies that you may need for your programs. Again, alectech.edu/RAD. There's tutorials out there, how to register for classes, how-to videos such as registering using Search for a Course, how to read and access your degree audit reports. Your registration guide is out there. But most importantly, there's contacts out there. So if you ever have questions, give us a call. And as always, we're looking forward to having you as students here at Alec Tech. We hope this transition to fall semester is smooth for you. And if there's anything that we can do to help this process, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.